Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Top of the Funko Pops. I'm so excited for this one. But before I start waffling on about this one, I should touch on last week's. Let's put a photo, as we always do, and the scores on the doors for the winner just over here. And one last big thank you to the giveaway King Wayne Deacon for doing this. Brilliant episode, caused a lot of controversy, had a few people voting for pops that weren't included in his top 5. And we also had a vote for a pop that wasn't even included at all. People are starting to rebel a little bit with the voting, but it does make me smile. So if you want to do that, you keep doing it. As I've always said, as much as I'm putting this out on my channel, this is something that I kind of do with the hope that it's everyone's, so to speak. So if that's what you enjoy and that's what you're doing, you are putting a smile on my face, you know who you are. Continue to do so. But on to this week's episode. So I have been reaching out, trying to get a bit of variety. I've obviously done a few myself, but also getting other people involved, but not just other people. There's people out there who have got collections which are not something I have, daubs, sodas, and in this case, Pez. So straight away, I think a lot of people will twig who this episode is by. This is going to be Nick Land's episode. He is quite a prevalent part of the Funko UK community. A lot of my friends in the community will know him, not just from his amazing stuff, but also his generosity. He's forever doing acts of kindness, and he's just a really nice guy. I'm really pleased that I've got to know Nick recently over the last year or so, and I can class him as a friend. And I'm really pleased that he's took the time to do this, because he's not a YouTuber. To the best of my knowledge, he's not put himself on camera for anything before. So I know he was a little bit nervous about doing this. So speaking directly to you, Nick, I'm so pleased you did this, mate, because this is a great episode, and I think you'll see once people start voting and responding just how good you've done on this one. And who knows, we might have a future YouTuber on our hands. Who knows? But I'm going to put it straight over to Nick, get Nick's episode up and running. If you want to follow Nick on Instagram, his link will be below in the description, as it always is for these things. But enough of me, let's hand over to Nick.
Hi, my name's Nick, Pop Pez UK here. Leader Pop Tarts asked me to do a Top of the Pop, so this is my version of Top of the Pez. Currently I have 252 in my Funko Pop Pez in my collection. So when Lee asked me to do this, I wondered whether we should include items like this. Darth Vader 40th anniversary, limited edition. It was from the Pez company in the US. I decided against that because then I could then split it across. So I decided we'll stick to Funko related products. Anybody who knows me knows that my favourite fandoms are Ad Icons, Star Wars, Simpsons, Futurama. So unfortunately, Funko haven't released any Futurama, I wish they would, or Simpsons Funko Pop Pez. So the 6 I've chosen are all in that line. So anything you see behind me on my wall of Pez is, as much as I love it, it's not made the pick. I'm sure there's stuff behind me that people will be shouting at, saying, why haven't you picked that one? Anyway, let's start. Masters of the Universe. This is Mossman. The only way this could have been made better in my eyes was to make the head flocked, and I really wish they had done. It would have been a unique thing for Funko, but they didn't. They went with the standard version. I'm hoping that they might do a limited edition version with the flocked head. It would be a good idea. Brian Moriarty, if you're listening out, take note. In the Masters of the Universe line, there is 13. I have them all. 4 chases, 4 exclusives, and the rest are all common. There was a new one released in the GameStop Masters of the Universe box recently. Managed to pick that up last week. Well, it arrived last week, and if you've been looking at my Instagram account, you'll have seen me posting it. So that's number 1. Number 2, I went with an 80s film, Gizmo. I was also toying with the idea of going with something from Ghostbusters or Caddyshack. I have both lines, but I've gone with Gizmo, because who doesn't like a little furry animal that goes berserk when it gets water on it? There's 3 in the line. There's Gizmo, and then there's Stripe, and then Stripe Chase. Stripe is behind me on the wall. The Chase version of Stripe eludes me. Should have picked up last year when I had the chance in the middle of lockdown, but I decided against it because I was a bit concerned the price was too much, because let's be fair, they're just Pez. but I'm sure I'll get it one day. The next one, Boba Fett. Now, there is this version of Boba Fett. This is Pez.com, the US version of Pez. Now, I wish Funko would do a version like this, but I don't think they will ever. They've made two versions of Boba Fett. There's the animated version and there's the prototype version, which is the white version. I have both of them, and the white one's behind me on the bottom wall. Boba Fett is an iconic character in Star Wars. My favourite character, just ahead of a shocker. So that's number 3. The next two are going to be ad icons. Gone with Quisp. There's a few ad icons. Well, there's quite a few ad icons. If you look behind me on the wall, if you can see it, they're all on the top row up here. Quisp came in a set, with a set. It was a 3,500 limited edition run from Funko Shop. It came with a t-shirt. I've lost the sticker, but Quisp. I'm trying at the moment to get the pop versions of Quisp, because his partner is Quake, which is just behind me on the wall. So that's number 4. I've gone with another ad icon for number 5. I've gone with Big Boy because this is where Funko started. If we all remember, if you've watched the documentary, Funko started with Wacky Wobbler. I have the Big Boy Wacky Wobbler, which is just to the left hand side of me here. And the idea of the Pez wall came from in the film. If you've seen the film about Funko, they talk about having a Pez wall in the film in the early bits of it, and that's where I got the idea for the Pez wall behind me. So that's number 5. And finally, number 6. I think this is going to be everybody's favourite. It's just been released. I'm still waiting for ATV to release the pop protectors for this so it can go on the wall. But this is Mandalorian and the Child. Now, Mandalorian's massive fan. I think this will probably be everybody's favourite. I was surprised they released this because Pez did release another version of this, which I do have as well. Slightly different, but this is just, to me, this is a 2-pack. It's brilliant. Took me a while to get it. You'll laugh at this, I have got a Pez dealer in the States, and he sources a lot of Pez for me, you know. So he was managed to get me this. It was a good price. They are going for silly money now on eBay, £30 in the UK. A bit silly really for a Pez, but if you want it, you're going to get it, because I don't think you can get it in the States anymore. I think it's all sold out. So they're my 6 Pez. Now for the recap. Number 1 is Mossman. Number 2 is Gizmo. Number 3, Boba Fett animated. Number 4, Quisp. Number 5, Big Boy. I've got to drop them all. And finally, number 6, The Mandalorian and Child. Thanks for watching. I hope I haven't bored you too much about Pez, and I'll pass you back to Lee.
So there you go, guys. I told you, what an amazing collection. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant bloke. Love Nick to bits. Like I said, such a kind, generous person. Thank you again once more for doing this, Nick. And I'm going to put my vote in straight away, and here's going to be a shocker for you. It's not Mandalorian. I'm going with that Gizmo. I really like the sculpt on Gizmo. It's a pop I've never got, because it's not really going to fit into my collection, but I've always loved Gremlins, so I'm voting for Gizmo. That's my vote. And if you can get your votes in the comments below, 1 to 5, or the name of the pop, the Pez, I'm so used to saying pop, that you're going to vote for. Usual rule of thumb, shut it down Monday lunchtime, new episode next Wednesday, and let's get involved, and let's show Nick some support on this one as well, because honestly I know he was so nervous doing this, and it's a great episode. I'm going to keep saying it, I don't care how many times I say it, and repeat it. I'm so honoured and pleased that Nick did this for me, so thank you again one last time, buddy. And until the next one, if you can get involved, get your votes in, and I shall see you all very soon. Okay, take care now, bye now, bye.